y'all, she left him again. He done got left again. She left him because she got issues with his family, when she should have left him because he's still in love with Miranda. I said the day he sat at the kitchen table talking to Ella, he said out his own mouth, how is he supposed to get over Miranda if she's always there? And I said, how do you propose to somebody knowing you still in love with your ex-wife? That's what it's really about. But yeah, I was like, that's the realization she should have had. She mad for the wrong reasons. Now, I ain't gonna say the wrong reasons, because Ella said out her own mouth how, she don't like Laura, something about her. I was really hoping, y'all know what I'm about to say. I was really hoping they was gonna take this Laura storyline in a different direction, because Ella had said, even before Ella said how she feel like it's something about Laura or whatever, it was just so many opportunities. I feel like they could have took this Laura situation differently. She done left this man how many times? I said, you leaving him for all the wrong reasons. Well, I think she did leave him before because Miranda was always popping up or something like that. But it's not just that. It's about what he allows. It's about the fact that he still got feelings for her. But yeah, what else? I think I stopped at the part about the realization. Yeah, I said that's the realization she should have had. Her dad and her feel like Calvin didn't protect her from his family. Christian was looking for Mama Laura. I feel bad for him. I ain't gonna tell no story. Curtis and Flora were looking through their contract. CJ and Curtis were being honored. Malik ended up helping Glow with her campaign. And Calvin lets his family know that Laura left him. I feel like I said this before, but hey, y'all. Welcome back to another review of Life of Chester for Tyler Perry's House of Payne, Season 14, Episode 12. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below, what y'all think that y'all like the episode. But what I was saying was, I feel like the later seasons are getting way better. I ain't gonna say way better. Let me take that back now. They still be dragging. Wait, let me rephrase that. It's getting better a little bit. It's getting better a little bit compared to when they first came back. Yeah, it's feeling like the old school House of Pain a little bit. I don't think that it's ever gonna return the way it used to be. That's just what it is. That's just my opinion. I see some people saying that they think it is back to how it used to be. Some people say it sucks. He needs to take it off. But okay, so they begin the episode with Calvin, Laura, and I think they said her dad's name was Frederick or something like that. So he there or whatever because, she called him. And I said, well, she can't leave by herself or something. What she got to call him for? She only got one suitcase now. How many suitcases did she have, y'all? I said, why she had to call him for? But yeah, I said, how you gonna talk noise about him and his family, but then your parents keep interfering and stuff like that? Well, I ain't gonna say they keep interfering because they only came because she called them or whatever. But yeah, so Calvin was trying to talk to Laura, trying to convince her to stay. She was like, no, she done. She had already took off the ring and everything else. He was like, basically, emotions are on high. Let's take a minute to think about this. Frederick kept giving his little opinions and everything, so Calvin ends up asking him to stay out of it. He stopped talking, but then he started right back. They was going back and forth, Calvin and Laura, about, his position and how he hasn't been protecting her. Frederick said the Calvin family hasn't respected Laura, and I said, okay, now in this situation, no, she the one getting the attitude and stuff like that. But at the same time, I repeat, not Laura, what's her name? Ella said out her own mouth how she didn't like the girl, and she did say how she normally make time for this and that, so she wasn't making time for her. So she's not wrong about that. She's just going about it the wrong way. But I don't know. You can't really tell nobody how to process things and stuff like that. I noticed that I missed, I think the first beginning of the House of Pain episode last week, because I didn't see the part where they was talking about the phone and stuff like that. I think Calvin was asking Miranda what Christian wanted for his birthday, and that's when he ended up saying the phone and stuff like that, and she was saying how he can't have the phone or whatever. I missed that part, y'all. But yeah, I was like, nah, look, she got every right to feel how she feel, but at the same time, it's like, no, you should be upset that he still, and look, he don't sit up here and propose. He knew better. I said, she did say how he didn't protect her. Her daddy did say how Calvin didn't protect her or whatever, so I will say that. However, I feel like the blame should be mostly on Calvin instead of the family. They keep trying to include her, well, after the fact, but still, they do try to include her. But yeah, where did I stop at? Oh, Frederick said Calvin family hasn't respected Laura. He was still telling him not to, basically to stay out of it. He ended up saying something about protecting her and stuff like that, being a man. So Calvin got in his face. And that's when she was like, don't disrespect my dad like that. Something she said, And he was like, he disrespecting me. And basically what they got going on, she was like, that's the same thing I told you about your mama and stuff like that. And I did see some people saying how Ella can't overstep. But I don't I don't think, look, it's a lot of blame to go around. But it all stems from the same thing. They know they want each other. The fact that they didn't include that doggone scene, multiple scenes, where he done cheated on Laura. That's why she should be walking out. He done cheated several times. Not several times. I'm being dramatic. Multiple times. Close enough. He done cheated with the, I keep calling her a realtor, but I don't know if she was a realtor or she was trying to look at the place. Either way go, he cheated with her because he was kissing her and stuff like that. Then he cheated with Miranda. They never went back to that. He cheated with Miranda another time because they was kissing what she had on that burgundy. I still remember. I don't know if it was a dress or a shirt though, but either way it go, he's cheating though. He's the cheater. But yeah, what else? Calvin's still trying to convince her to stay. She ends up telling him bye. And I said so much to be said about all of this. All of this could have been avoided. All of it could have been avoided. I said, number one, marriage for them shouldn't have been on the table for several reasons. I know people love, the one reason people love to mention is the fact that Miranda and her were friends. Then she told me how Miranda used to talk about Calvin to her, but she never said a name and stuff like that. How she did the right thing when she walked away, but she came back. That's why I was like, she done left him so many times, and he be over here sad and stuff about it, but at the same time, you should be happy. This is what you really want. This is what you really want. But yeah. What else? What was the other reason? I said the second one being that Calvin, did I say that one already, that he's in love with Miranda? But yeah, Calvin Jr. ends up coming to the house, and he was asking Calvin if he's okay. And instead of answering him, because I think he said he was okay or something like that, and he said, why the parents be lying or something he said. He ain't said it like that, y'all. I don't think Calvin would have went for that if he said it like that. But yeah, he basically said parents be lying like kids slow. No, I just paraphrased the mug out of what he said. Hold up. But yeah, so Calvin switched it up. He was like, I think before he switched it up, Calvin Jr. had said something about being smart. He was like, you right, you are smart. That's why you need to get them grades up and you basically improve your behavior. Calvin Jr. was trying to go in the wrong then. But yeah, that's the Laura left for the wrong reason, y'all. What else happened? Curtis and Floyd. So Curtis and Floyd was just going through the contracts and they had a lot of red lines and stuff. And Ella was like, she knew that the contract was faulty because of that dude. And I think he's supposed to be trying to buy the business, don't he? Didn't they show in the preview that he gonna be trying to buy the business, if I'm not mistaken? I don't know, but yeah, it was a whole lot of red lines. I was like, he can't be trusted. Ella was right. Ella right. It hasn't been exposed what he up to yet, but yeah, I still say they should have did the storyline like back in the day, like the firehouse scenes and the barbershop scenes. They should have did it where he, instead of a food truck, he had a restaurant. And the family came to pitch in. They did guest appearances from cash from back in the day and stuff like that. I think there was a missed opportunity. I mean, they still could do it, but still. What else? Let's see. Oh, CJ stopped by. He told Curtis he wanted to take him to shop for suits and stuff like that. He ends up revealing that him and Curtis being honored. He said they was heroes, hometown heroes, local heroes. They heroes, I don't know. But yeah, they both being honored. I wish they would have showed it. But yeah, Christian came in. He was looking for Mama Laura. He was like, she said that they would celebrate his birthday later and stuff like that, but she was gone. Oh, wait. I skipped the other part. Calvin Jr. said he seen Laura in the hallway and she was like, she loved him and stuff like that. I said, I feel like she gonna be back. I've been saying she gonna be back and she gonna be pregnant, or either lying like she pregnant one way or another. We'll see. But yeah, I feel like she gonna be back because she always pop back up. Once again, she still ain't left for the right reason. She needs to be leaving because he knew and he knows that he's still in love with that lady. And some people like, no, he not in love with her. He said it. He said, I think when he's talking to CJ, he said he loved her, but that translates to in love in this case. In this scenario, it does. And like I said at the beginning of this, when he was at the kitchen table talking to Ella, he said, how is he supposed to get over Miranda if she always around? And he was engaged then. Not to mention he been kissing her, and they done did, something. They done excluded the doggone scene, but okay. What else happened? Let's see. Oh, that showed Malik. He was helping Glow with her campaign. There was a short scene because he just helped her came up with a slogan. I think she said she had to go do something. I think Calvin stopped by. Calvin ended up stopping by. He wanted to see CJ, but CJ was gone. And I think Janine told him about Curtis and CJ being honored and said to bring Laura. He's like, can't bring Laura or something or whatever. Then they came back when the episode came back on. That's when they showed them coming in. They was all dressed up and stuff like that. And Miranda and them was just telling Curtis that they had to appreciate their accomplishments because they were saying how they gonna put the award in a drawer or something like that. And she was saying how they need to hang it up or whatever. What time is it? Is it already 9? Dog, I miss Sisters, y'all. I seen the first half. I gotta go back and watch it. I seen the first half, but I got to go back and watch it because it kept cutting out. The app kept cutting out, so I was like, I'll just watch it later. But yeah, she was just telling them how they need to appreciate their accomplishments and stuff like that. And the end of the scene was Calvin telling his family. I said that Miranda left him. Look, I mean Laura. I don't know why I wrote that down. He was telling his family that Laura left. They couldn't believe it. They didn't understand why. That she's still holding on to everything that happened. He ends up mentioning it was about the cell phone thing. And Miranda was like, really? Or whatever. And I was like, yeah, it shouldn't have been about that. Because if they said no, then that means no. That's just what it is. You can't change it. There was more than that. And Curtis said that it was more than that. But she's not completely wrong because Ella said out her own mouth she don't like the lake. She said it. She don't admitted it. So I don't know why that's still a debate on social media. They be going at it. I'll say, y'all take this too seriously now. Calm down. Calm down. But yeah, I was like, she said it. She said she don't like her. That's what she said. She said she feel like it's something about her. She don't know what it is. So I was waiting on what it is. You know, I was waiting to see. I mean, for one, the one thing we do know is she get mad fast in the mud. And she don't be mad at the right reasons. It's okay to be mad, but it's how she be acting. It's how she be acting. I was like, you mad about the wrong reasons, lady. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night and be safe.